Okay, hi, Miss Chia.
Hi Adi.
Hi,
Thank
nice
you
to
for the
meet you.
introduction.
Yeah, you're most
My
welcome.
name is Chia. I'm from Focus Point. So
Okay.
today's sharing will be is my child's vision normal. Some of you may have heard the Malay version, but basically we are just catering for a different crowd. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Focus Point. I'm the head of training and development. A bit about myself. I graduated from UKM many years ago and pursued my master's in UKM. So I've lectured in Sagi University and UCSI University. I've done training for Bosch and Lomb for about a year. And I've also volunteered in the Association of Malaysian Optometrists for about 5 years. So that's a bit about me before I joined Focus Point a few years ago. According to a screening in Segamat, there is actually 17.2% of pediatric population children that has been found to need a further eye examination when they actually go to preschools. So they have found that these children have 84% of astigmatism, mata silau, 9% of rabun jauh, myopia, 3.2% they have a problem with the drainage system, partial nasolacrimal duct obstruction, and 2.3% of them have anisometropia, meaning one power high and one power low, imbalance in power, and also 1.4% of them have dueling strabismus. So this is the types of abnormality that we normally see. The following slides will be based on this study, which they actually discuss on the normal and abnormal growth of the eye. Most of the visual system is incomplete at birth. So this is visual maturation, or maybe the growth of the eye is affected by visual stimulation and also postnatal nutrition part of it. So what they actually happen after the child is born, the growth will be possible abnormal growth will be abnormal refraction, abnormal retinal definition, abnormal optic nerve transmission, abnormal maturation of the brain behind in a occipital loop, or maybe abnormal integration of visual data. So we will actually look a bit on the abnormal eye later as well. Eye screening is recommended as what Dr. Azura mentioned earlier during preschool. So when they have start going to school, when they can respond to ABC, so we would recommend for them to go for their first eye test if they are seen as overall normal.
Even though they don't have any sign of abnormality of the eye, they
Yes.
need to
If they
go the
look
screen.
quite normal, the first
It's
screening should
it's
be
still
maybe at
compulsory
5 years old. Yeah.
to go for
Yeah,
screening.
5, 6 years old. If preterm infant, dia tak cukup bulan, they are born less than 37 weeks of gestation, then they have to compulsory to go through the eye screening because they have more eye problems. Okay, ametropization is a normal eye growth process where the eye targets to become zero power. So it occurs after birth. So by 12 months of age, it's 82% complete. So normally at about maybe school going age, the power should be quite normal at zero, which is maybe 6, 7 years old. What happens is we are born with a shorter eyeball, with a plus power. As we grow older, there's an ametropization, which is slowly achieves zero power. But what happens in most children is the power continue to grow to become minus power, which is short-sighted.
Okay.
So the next few slides will be based on this study. It will actually talk about children, the normal development, the normal developmental milestone. So at 1 month old, these children can actually detect light. So if you shine light at different direction, the eye will actually follow. So they can detect light and they can see objects at near about 40 cm. This is at 1 month old. So at 1 to 3 months old, they have pupillary reaction, meaning when you shine light at their eye, their pupil will constrict, anak mata akan mengecut. So what happens is they also have eye contact. When you look at them, they will look at your eye. Okay? And they can actually differentiate, like this is a test. This is called this is a test to screen for vision in children. This is called preferential looking. So they can actually
Screen test for baby.
babies, yes. They can differentiate light and dark contrast. So they will actually look at the place with a different contrast.
How it works, for the baby?
So the baby will actually know where to look.
Okay.
This thing here, the baby will look here if their
Okay.
vision is normal.
I see. Okay.
Yes. Then after that, they also can recognize people, and they will move their hands against objects. Like if you pass them something that is brightly colored, they will try to grab the object at 1 to 3 months old. So at 3 to 6 months old, they start to see color, and they see further at 1.2 to 1.8 meters. So if like you are moving a bit further, they can actually see you, and they can control their eyes better. Because when they are younger, you find that their eyes are not so well controlled. Sometimes it like move out a bit. Like you see like got juling eye like that. But at this age, they have a better control of their eye. At 6 to 10 months old, they have 3D vision, they have tri-dimensional vision, depth perception, they can judge distance better, and when they crawl, they will avoid objects and obstacles. So like if there's a sofa, like what Dr. Azura mentioned just now, tak terlanggar lah. And also they start to recognize people, they accept and reject people. Like if you want to carry them, they will accept and reject certain people. So they start to recognize faces. And at 10 to 16 months old, so they have better eye control. So here the highlight is here. They have good eye contact and good social interaction with people, objects, and animals. So they start to know how to interact with people. They start to use their eyes in their interaction. So at 16 to 24 months old, they can actually recognize these things like this is a cat, like this is mommy. So they are very good at that at 16 to 24 months old. So they also can tell the difference and similarity. Like for example, whether red and red is the same color or red and green is a different color. So they can actually tell the similarities and differences. And they will actually start to stand and move towards people. Like if they are familiar face, they will run towards the person or walk towards the person.
Okay, they start recognizing at 16 to 24 months old.
Yeah, this is about 1.5 to 2
Yeah,
years old.
yeah,
lah.
until 2
So they
years
will
old.
start running towards their mother. Lah.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. So after that, this is 2 years old to 4 years old. Basically, their vision is very similar to adult already, and they start to have very good control of their eye. They start to have a very good control, very good judgment of distance, space, like she's next to you, whether they will terlanggar you or not. So they start to have very good ability in that, and they can start to name and identify things. Yeah. So those are normal developmental milestones. So how about abnormal? So we should be on the lookout for abnormal things as well. So poor eye contact, like just now we mentioned very early, like before 3 months old, they start to have a bit of eye contact. So if you realize that baby don't have eye contact, it's something to be alarmed about. Then if you reach, just now we also mentioned quite early in life, they will start grabbing out for things. So if you pass them something bright and they don't grab the toy or they don't grab your hand, that's something that we should be concerned about. And also we can see that anak mata is normally black, our pupil is normally black. If you see it white pupil reflex, it may be a sign of cataract or a retinoblastoma, some very serious and also, although rare, but serious and also something that we should treat very soon. So, and also not recognizing familiar faces like their mother, they should recognize their mother first. If they don't recognize their mother, they cannot identify their mother, that's also a problem. Watery eye can also be a sign of allergy. Misalignment, like the eye is not straight. Cannot track things, like if you play toys with them, you move the toy, they're supposed to follow the toy. And also abnormal head posture, like always turning the face, always tilting the head. It can be due to astigmatism, short-sightedness, can be due to squint also, juling. So can be many things.
So the head posture, abnormal head posture is one of the signs.
Yeah, it's one of the
signs. If you want to detect any abnormality
on the eye, the abnormal head posture.
Okay.
So how to care for the developing eye? So like what our doctor mentioned just now, the digital gadget, the near work, we should limit. So not more than 2 hours after school if they are school going. Then the length of the gadget, it should be an elbow length. So it should be far enough.
From the eye, elbow length.
Far to yes, the
far,
eye
okay.
to the book or the gadget should be
So
elbow length.
it's a good
Should be
distance
far
for
enough.
for the
Yes,
gadget
a good
from.
distance. Yes,
Okay.
and also proper nutrition because the eye is growing.
Mhm.
So have to take things with a lot of DHA, omega-3, omega-6, and vitamin A. It helps the growth of the nerves, the growth of the brain that's in charge of seeing, and also the cells within the eye. So milk is something good, especially human milk. It's very good for the eye because it's very high in DHA. So, and take frequent breaks. This one can reduce the computer eye strain. Every 20 minutes, take 20-second break and look 20 feet away. So then the eye will blink normally. They won't have dry eyes and they can relax their eye. So,
20,
yeah.
20, 20 rules.
Yes.
20, after 30 minutes, 20-second relax, and 20-meter
Look 20 meter
look
far,
20
far
far
away.
from your eye.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes, and also need to have sufficient outdoor activity. So instead of like a bookworm or couch potato, we want to encourage them to go out to the field, especially like when the sun is not so strong, because sunlight has been found to have protective effect against myopia. So it will actually reduce the risk of myopia development and the myopia progression. So this is something called the light dopamine theory, the protective effect of the sun towards myopia. So they have done quite a lot of studies in Australia, in Shanghai, in Guangzhou, and it has been repeatedly found that the sunlight can control short-sightedness.
So need to be more exposed to the sunlight lah during.
Yeah, not the strong sun, but maybe the sun that is at 6 p.m. or so.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and also need to wear full correction because if blur, the eye will become blurrer. So you need to wear glasses. Like if you are -3, you cannot wear a -2. You have to wear a -3 because full correction has been found to have protective effect against myopia. So these are some of the ways which we can control or protect or nurture a proper developing eye. So with that, I thank you and I leave you at this slide on how to take care of the eye. Do you have any questions for me?
For a question, limit near rule of thumb. Okay, what is the best approach for kids from the parents to kids to make sure they are in a good condition of their eye health? What's the best approach?
Best approach.
Uh,
All this in combination, but I think nowadays there's a lot of screen time because the parents expose the babies or the toddlers to iPads and gadgets at very young age, so have to kurangkan or limit the gadget usage because too much near work will actually promote myopia and promote short-sightedness.
The gadget is the main problem for the kids nowadays, am I right?
Yeah.
Right?
There's a lot of gadget. Yeah.
A lot of gadgets. So the parents need to play a role to control, okay, the gadget, the use of the gadget
Yes. Yes.
of the
yes.
kids. So that's it for me.
Yes. Yeah, this is the last slide that I'm leaving you at.
Okay.
Yeah. So how to take care of the developing eye.
Okay. So very interesting the 20-20-20 rule, ne?
Yeah, this one is also applicable for adults.
For adults.
Yeah, we also ask them to do the same thing if they have digital eye strain.
Okay, the first thing I learned is the distance, the gadget from your eye is the elbow length.
Yes.
Okay. The next one, after 20 minutes, need to have a rest about 20 seconds. And during that 20 seconds, try to look
Far away. So
far
that
away.
we can relax the
Yeah.
eye and we can blink normally.
At least 20 meters far away
Yes,
from your
far away,
from
yes.
your from your
Screen.
from your screen.
Yes.
Okay. So that's two things that for me I can bear in mind. The
It
20
applies
20
to you
20
as well, yeah.
and the elbow distance. It's very
Yes,
important
yes,
for us
yes.
to apply in our life, okay? During using the gadget.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Miss Chia.
Okay,
Thanks for the sharing. A lot of benefit. I get 3 from your sharing. Hope to see you again for the next session.
Yes.
Okay.
See you soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.